it's Kharyzma, and today I will be trimming my ends. For all of you who have been watching me, you know that I've been trimming off my ends gradually because I am recovering from damage from chlorine to my ends. I've been swimming daily, just about. And yeah, so I didn't want a big chop, so I've been cutting off my ends maybe every 2 to 3 weeks. So this is the most recent trim in the month of May. And again, I am not a professional, but I just know my hair well, and this is how I trim. Yeah, so if you can learn something from it, that's great, but this is not, you know, a video teaching you how to trim your hair. This is just a video of how I trim my hair. So I'm just going through it basically section by section, and I'm doing a very thorough trim because like all the parts of my hair are not as thin as each other. Like some parts there were more thinning to my ends and others there's not, so I just have to make sure that I just go through it thoroughly. Like if you go to a hairstylist, they're most likely not going to sit through like going through your hair that thoroughly. They're just gonna cut off you know what they need to cut off, and that's it. But again, I did not want to do a big chop, so you may be looking at each piece and saying, oh, she needs to cut off more. Yes, that may be true, but again, I don't want to cut off everything at one time. That's why I'm doing it every 2 to 3 weeks as my hair grows in. My new growth, then I just cut off the end, so eventually it will all balance out, and that's what I'm choosing to do with my hair. If you guys are in a similar situation, you know, you can choose to big chop or whatever, but again, this is just what I'm choosing to do with my hair, and it's working for me just fine. So as you can see, I just showed you that little piece right there. There was like, it's like a gap in the middle, so I just go through each piece and I'm just cutting what I feel is a good amount for this time. And then after I go through each like little subsection, then I kind of put everything together so I could see like if I need to cut more, if that makes any sense. So I go through like the tiny section. Now you see that's the whole section, and I'm still just cutting. And I'm really happy with this trim. You'll be surprised, like you don't even have to do like a major trim to see a difference, but when you get those ends off, there's less tangling, less single strand knots. It's just so much easier like when you have fresh ends. So I'm taking this as a learning lesson that even when my hair does grow back, you know, full again, like when I get all all the ends off, I'm gonna continue trimming my hair just so that I could have fresh ends. Like I think that was one of my mistakes with my natural hair. I was not trimming as much as I should. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this going, and you guys can see this is why I'm doing these videos, to document for myself and also for you guys who have been watching me, or if you're having a similar situation where you know you may need to trim your hair, you may need to recover from any type of damage. You know, it's a process. Nothing happens overnight, so what I would say is just be patient with yourself. Your hair will get back to a healthy state if you believe that it will. That's number one. And two, you take the necessary measures that you need to nurse your hair back to health. But I think what's really important is for you to just identify what the source of the problem is, and you know, whatever that is, stop doing it and you know, start doing what you need to do, and you will see a difference. You will see a difference. It all starts in the mind, guys. It really does. I've been making sure that I get my hair vitamins, getting in my leafy greens, drinking my water, doing my protein treatments. I'm going on vacation soon, but when I come back, I'm definitely going to do some videos for you guys on different foods that you can eat that promote hair growth. And I'm going to be doing some more homemade treatments, like with avocado, amla powder. I want to try the sea moss as well. I've been taking sea moss and it's been doing wonders, not just for my hair, but just for my body, my skin. So much to share with you guys. I cannot wait to share some new content with you. So as I'm going through the sections, like when I finished cutting them, that was just some Jamaican black castor oil mix that I have from Sunny Isle, which I really love, and I was just putting that on my hair. So when you see me doing that, like the prayer hands thing, it's just me going through each section with the oil, twisting it, and then putting it aside. So that's my crown area. You see the ends are a little bit sparse, but they still look a little bit like they were clipped. That's probably from my last clip, so they're not too bad, but again, I still have to get these ends off. I think I gave myself till August to see, like, you know, a good difference, and then I know I'm definitely going to see a major difference January of 2023, because I noticed the damage in January of this year. And please feel free to look at my past videos because I talk all about it. That section looks really good. You see how it looks full now after that little trim? Like, it looks really good. And the back of my hair, there wasn't much damage to the back, so those parts look fuller, but that's like my edges right there. So I still like to keep the ends of my edges fresh because my edges do grow long. Sometimes I just pull them out, like depending on what hairstyles I'm doing, but the back of my edges, see, that's the amount of hair that was cut. And I'm done with the trim. I'll probably trim again in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We'll see what my hair is looking like, but I just like all of a sudden like the fullness of it. Like, it doesn't feel like I have any straggly ends, although I still have a little bit of thinning, but you can see the hair is shorter, but it's fuller, and that's really what I'm going for, a fuller look. And so the length will come in time. I still have more ends to trim, but as my hair is growing, I will be trimming those ends, and I'm just doing the best that I can to keep my hair as healthy as I can. So yeah, guys, that is it. I thank you all for watching. You can follow me on Instagram. All my info will be in the description, and I'll leave links to the products and stuff like that. This is on blow dried hair, if I didn't mention. And I blow dried it specifically so I can make sure I wasn't cutting off too much. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. So again, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can get all of my uploads. Thank you guys. I love you all. Bye.